Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece discussing Apple's potential responses to the UK government's demand for an iCloud backdoor. It's a real nail-biter, isn't it?
Absolutely. The stakes are incredibly high. The article lays out three main options for Apple, and each one carries significant consequences. Let's start with the most straightforward, compliance. What are the potential downsides there?
Yeah, complying seems simple, but it sets a dangerous precedent. The author points out that if Apple caves, it opens the floodgates for similar demands globally. Suddenly, every government could demand access to encrypted data, undermining privacy and security worldwide. It's a slippery slope leading to potential abuses of power, from targeting activists to enforcing repressive laws.
Exactly. And that's not just a hypothetical threat. The article mentions the potential for this to escalate quickly, especially given the current political climate. It's a real tinderbox situation, as the author puts it.
Right. So, option 2. Apple could just leave the UK, close up shop, lay off thousands of employees, and essentially abandon the market. That's a drastic move, but it would send a powerful message.
A nuclear option, for sure. But it's also incredibly costly, both financially and strategically. The article estimates Apple's UK revenue at around £1.5 billion, and that doesn't even account for the costs of shutting down operations. Plus, it plays into the narrative of big tech being more powerful than nations, which is a dangerous game.
I see your point. It's a high-stakes gamble. But the third option, decentralizing iCloud, is where things get really interesting. It's a more nuanced approach.
Decentralization is a clever solution. By opening up iCloud's architecture to third-party providers and self-hosting, Apple diffuses the problem. Instead of a single point of access, governments would have to target numerous entities, making it far more difficult to gain access to user data. It's a much more resilient approach to security.
Precisely. It leverages the power of distributed systems to enhance security. The author even uses the analogy of email. We can use various providers without issue because of standardized protocols. Why not apply the same logic to file syncing?
It's a compelling argument. While it might impact Apple's revenue slightly, the long-term benefits in terms of security and maintaining user trust far outweigh the potential downsides. It's a proactive, forward-thinking solution that aligns with Apple's stated commitment to privacy. It's also a smart move considering the EU's Digital Markets Act and Apple's designation as a gatekeeper. This could preempt further regulatory pressure.
Exactly. It's a win-win. It addresses the UK's concerns without compromising Apple's values or setting a dangerous precedent. It's a bold move, but it's the one that makes the most sense in the long run. Of course, the UK government might not back down, but it's a much stronger position to be in.
Absolutely. It's a proactive strategy that positions Apple for the future, regardless of the UK's decision. It's a fascinating case study in navigating the complex intersection of technology, politics, and global security.
And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for another dose of tech news and analysis. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.